We are looking at what I call the insider information, and we start with a song. Lift up Jesus, He is King of Kings. Lift up Jesus, He is Lord of Lords. Lift up Jesus, He is King of Kings, and Lord of Lords. Of course, insider information usually it's applied to particularly the stock market, because if you are privy to information that can affect, for instance, the share price of a particular product or service, you know that the share price, if they make the announcement, I mean, the announcement has not yet been made, but if they make the announcement, the price is likely to appreciate. So, what somebody would do with that kind of information is that they can actually become rich overnight. So they use that knowledge and they buy up, the shares, basically mop it up, so that by the time the share price goes up, they are then able to, smile all the way to the bank. But of course, it's a criminal offense. In fact, you can end up in jail for that. But in spiritual terms, God has insider information about us. He knows everything about us. And this is captured in Psalm 139, verse 1. Oh Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know my sitting down and my rising up. You understand my thoughts, even our thoughts. It's open to God. You comprehend my path and my lying down, and acquainted with all my ways. For there is not a word on my tongue, but behold, O Lord, you know it all together. Even before you say it, God already knows what you're going to say. And of course, this might become a cause for concern, because people are usually very concerned about privacy and issues of privacy. But God is omniscient. God is omnipresent. He sees everything about us. So if you are someone that is planning on engaging in sin or righteous actions and activities, of course, it's going to be a cause for concern, because everything you're planning is actually visible, to God. But if you look on the bright side, if you are trying to live a life that is pleasing to God, you realize that this is actually something that is wonderful. In fact, the psalmist actually mentioned this. He didn't see this as something that is negative. If you look at verse 6 of the same Psalm 139, such knowledge is too wonderful for God to have this kind of insider information about me. According to the psalmist, and in my own opinion, it is so wonderful. It is high, I cannot attain it. This is because God is not the kind of person that will abuse his power like the fraudster that is using insider information to trade. In fact, this is captured in Psalm 103, verse 13. As the Father pities his children, so the Lord pities those who fear him. For he knows our frame, he remembers that we are dust. So it's a wonderful thing to have God have such insider information about us, because he's always on the lookout for us.